Hi everybody, welcome to the H.BLOOM blog. Today we are going to work with this week's Arrange Your Own collection and make 3 arrangements for you. We're going to make a large arrangement in a large clear vase. We're going to do a single variety arrangement, which is going to be very sleek and very cool looking in this opaque vase, which just adds to the modern look of it. And then we're going to do a cute little bud vase. So first I'm going to start with the large vase, and I'm actually going to use the lilies, which are really pretty and really fragrant. And also what you want to do is take a wet paper towel and remove the little stamen from the lilies, especially if you're going to put this by your furniture, because you don't want it spilling on your couch. It will stain, so be careful. So what I'm going to use for this large arrangement, you have plenty of seeded eucalyptus in this week's Arrange Your Own, and I'm going to take this and just place it in the vase first, just kind of romantically hanging over the side of the vase. I think that seeded eucalyptus is a really romantic green, and it's got that nice fragrance to it too. And if it's a little too tall, you can cut it off. And this is fun because you can kind of get funky with it and sort of use the leaves on it or use the stems on it instead of using the whole bunch. So you can just work it and kind of place it into the vase whichever way you want to go, but it really does look pretty once it's done. And this is fun too because for our design contest that we have on Facebook, where you can come and upload the picture of your own personal design for from the Arrange Your Own collection onto Facebook. It's just interesting to see what people come up with as far as how they use what they're given. So we hope you have fun with this, the seeded eucalyptus. I'm just kind of placing this in the vase. If you see that it's a little bit brown on the bottom, just cut it off. And also you don't want these to be submerged, so you want to also either cut them off or tear them off so they won't be in the water, because again, it will speed up the bacteria process in the water. So this is really pretty for a console table or a dinner table or side table. And I'm just going to save the rest of the eucalyptus, the short ones, for the bud vase. And actually just one for the bud vase will do. I'm going to take this and put it in there. So I'm going to make an all-around, all-sided 360 arrangement with these. And take the lilies. These lilies are really pretty once they open. You can take, if they start to go brown, you can take one of the lilies off and leave the stems of the other ones because they will open as well. Also going to cut the bottom of these just so that they drink properly. So I'm going to place these right in along the sides. And then the freesia, which is one of my favorite flowers because it smells so good. And it's very, very pretty, very delicate flower, but very pretty. So I'm just going to cut the bottom of these as well, so they have fresh drinking going on. And I'm just going to take the 5 freesia and sort of scatter them in there. Again, because you have the seeded eucalyptus, it's a very, you know, whimsical look. So there's not a lot of structure or design that you really have to do. And you can have fun choosing your large vessel with this one as well. I did a piece at the beginning on using different vessels and something that you can find in your own home, and I really think that this is one of the ones that would look pretty in the water pitcher. If you have a beautiful water pitcher or an antique vase or an oriental vase, look really pretty. So that's the large arrangement. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And for the middle arrangement, which this is one of my favorite things to do, and this is something that designers, especially nowadays, are doing more frequently, which is the single variety arrangement. And this week we gave you kale, which is a very chic looking flower. It doesn't look like a flower, but it is a flower. It's kind of more of a vegetable. But I just want to take this, and the leaves are very mendable, so you can sort of just gently pull out the leaves And when you get it, it's all closed. You can pull out the leaves. And I'm just gonna place this in here like that. And when I'm doing a single variety arrangement, I always like to use a really interesting vase as well, like a sleek vase that's opaque, because I just think it adds so much more of a modern look to it. And it gives it that really chic element. So I'm gonna put that in there as well. And then if the leaves at the bottom are kind of dirty, just pull them off. But gently mold them. And it's very interesting. It's almost like they have little wires in them. You can just sort of pull them down. And I love working with these in an arrangement too, because they're great for filling up space, and but they're beautiful. So I'm gonna pull that down there. Actually gonna cut this a little bit more, just so they're kind of sitting on the lip. And since we do have a single variety going on for this, I'm gonna take the aspidistra that we got. So I'm gonna take my handy dandy stapler and just fold the aspidistra leaves down and fold them back up again, just so it kind of looks like a little ribbon. Take it and you can staple it. Because what I'm going to do is just cut this, and I'm going to put this sort of in between the kale, just so it adds another little modern element to the clean lines of the arrangement, and just something else to look at, so you can break it up a little bit. I always like finding new and creative things to do with the aspidistra. I think you can bend it and staple it and mold it. So here's the kale arrangement. And it's really interesting and just very clean and modern looking. All right, so for our bud vase, I already cut down the Gerber daisy. I just placed it to the lip of the flower and cut it down. Actually, I need to cut it down a little bit more, so it just sits on the lip of the vase, nice and pretty. It's not leaning any which way. And you want to take your seeded eucalyptus. And actually like bunching all the seeded eucalyptus together and then sort of cutting it even Steven at the bottom. It smells so good. Okay, so just cut that. And then you actually have 2 pieces of the lily grass, which I love using in the bud vase. I just take them and hold the seeded eucalyptus up, bend the lily grass over, and then you want to just cut it off the excess at the bottom. And the lily grass is fine to sit in the water. It's not going to, it's a very hardy grass, so it's fine to sit in the water. I'm going to take some of my floral wire, which is your best friend if you want to do funky stuff, because you can do it to do a bunch of things, use it to do a bunch of things. And again, these flowers you can use any which way you want, of course, and get as creative as possible. And we love the posts that many of you have been uploading onto our Facebook page, and we just love seeing the different designs that come in from each and every one of you. We really think, we kind of look forward to it, to seeing the pictures of what you guys did, and you guys inspire us to do different things around here too. So keep them coming. Just go to H.BLOOM, our Facebook page, and post your creations. So that's a little bud vase. I think it looks really pretty with the lily grass and the seeded eucalyptus. And you see we have our 3 arrangements for this week. Again, we have the large arrangement that has the romantic cascading seeded eucalyptus, the purple lovely smelling freesia, the lilies. Then we did a single variety arrangement with some of the aspidistra. We shaped it a little bit, and we just molded the kale to come over the sides and just be really full and striking and beautiful with the opaque vase. And then we did some of the smaller seeded eucalyptus with the wrapped around lily grass and just the plain Gerber daisy for the bud vase. So we're excited to see what you guys have to send in, and have fun with it. We'll see you later. Thanks, bye.